Master the Impossible. Turn your dreams into undeniable reality. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. What if everything you believed about limits was a lie? What if the impossibilities you've accepted are simply illusions, barriers you can break through with the right tools and mindset? This book, Master the Impossible, is not just another motivational piece of fluff. It's a blueprint for turning what seems impossible into your everyday reality. You're here because you have dreams that have probably faced resistance, skepticism, and even your own doubts. But what if I told you that the impossible is only impossible until it's done? In the pages to come, you're going to be challenged to rethink everything you know about limits. The core message of this book is simple yet profound. The power to achieve greatness, to make your dreams undeniable, lies within you. It's not reserved for a select few or for those born with extraordinary gifts. It's for anyone ready to change how they think, act, and believe. Master the Impossible offers a powerful shift, a transformation from being someone who dreams to someone who makes dreams happen, no matter the obstacles. Think of a time when you felt inspired to do something that seemed too big, too difficult, or even too impossible. Maybe it was a vision of starting a business, making a major life change, or pursuing a creative endeavor that others dismissed as unrealistic. You felt the spark, but then you let that moment pass. This book is about capturing that spark and igniting a fire that will keep burning until the impossible is achieved, until you transform your dreams into undeniable reality. This journey is led by someone who knows firsthand what it takes to break through barriers and redefine the possible. Throughout these pages, you'll encounter powerful stories, practical exercises, and transformative strategies that have helped countless people master what others thought couldn't be done. This is your chance to join them, to prove to yourself and to the world that no dream is too big, and no goal is too far. So I ask you to open your mind, lean in, and get ready to be inspired, not just to believe in the impossible but to take control and make it your reality. You are about to discover the power that already lies within you, the power to master the impossible. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. We've observed that 66% of our viewers haven't yet subscribed to our channel. We invite you to support us by clicking the subscribe button and liking this video and comment below. Your encouragement inspires us to continue creating valuable content for you. Thank you for being a part of our community and fueling our passion for sharing insights and knowledge. Chapter 1. Begin and the power will appear. What would happen if you just took the first step today? Imagine this: you're standing at the edge of a vast, beautiful ocean of possibility. You can see the horizon shimmering in the distance, but the journey there seems impossible. Where do you start? How do you begin? The hardest part of any journey is that first step, but what if I told you that beginning, just starting, has the power to transform everything? What if the key to unlocking the universe's potential was simply the act of beginning? Many people get paralyzed by the fear of the unknown, waiting for that perfect moment when all the stars align, when everything feels just right. But the truth is, that perfect moment never comes. The perfect moment is a myth, an illusion we create to justify our hesitation. The real magic happens when you take the leap, when you defy your fears, and when you decide to begin despite the uncertainty. There's a remarkable power that appears when you initiate action. Think back to a time in your life when you took the first step towards something new, whether it was applying for a job, starting a workout routine, or even introducing yourself to someone. Do you remember the feeling that came after you started? A feeling that momentum was building, that doors were opening, and that what once seemed impossible was suddenly within reach? That is the power of beginning, and it is always available to you. The concept is simple. Progress unleashes progress. Once you decide to move, new possibilities emerge. Resources you never knew existed become available. Help appears and opportunities align. It's almost as if the universe rewards those who act. Take the example of Felton, who faced the daunting prospect of losing his job to automation. He could have waited, fearful and paralyzed, but instead he took the first step, jotting down his ideas, planning his next move. That first act of courage set into motion a series of events that changed his entire life. Felton went from feeling like a victim of circumstance to being the architect of his own future. Progress doesn't demand perfection, it demands motion. It doesn't ask you to have all the answers, it asks you to have the courage to take the first step. This chapter is about unlocking the superhuman power that lies dormant within you, waiting for that spark of action to ignite it. That spark is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. The courage to begin. Taking that first step is not about being fearless. It's about acknowledging the fear and moving forward anyway. The fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, these are universal. Everyone feels them. But what makes someone extraordinary is their willingness to act despite those fears. The power of beginning is what triggers transformation. Imagine you have a grand vision for yourself. Perhaps you want to start a business, write a book, or change your career. The vision feels almost too big, and you find yourself overanalyzing every detail, trying to predict every challenge. This kind of overthinking keeps you stuck, anchored to your current reality instead of moving towards your dreams. Instead, what if you just started with a small step? Not the whole mountain, but just the first stone. The magic lies in the small, actionable steps. When you take action, no matter how small, you send a signal to yourself and the universe that you're serious about your vision. That energy builds momentum. Taking the first step leads to the next, and then the next. Soon you're creating momentum that feels unstoppable, like a wave that builds as it rolls toward the shore. Momentum is everything. Momentum is the secret force that turns dreams into reality. Once you take that first brave step, you set a powerful force into motion that works in your favor. Imagine trying to push a heavy boulder. At first, the resistance feels insurmountable. But once you get it moving, even a little bit, it becomes easier to push. The energy you put into getting it started is the hardest part, but after that, things begin to move more smoothly. Your dreams work the same way. Let's talk about this principle in practical terms. When you begin a project, at first you may feel completely lost. You may feel like every movement forward is a struggle. But if you take one action today, just one, the entire project starts to gain clarity. Suddenly a new idea emerges, a resource appears, or you meet someone who inspires you to keep going. That's how momentum works. The more you move, the more you unlock new opportunities, until the path becomes clearer. The power of the first signal. Taking that first step sends an initial signal to the universe. It's like casting the first stone into the water and watching the ripples spread out. It's not just about creating waves in the outside world, it's also about shifting your inner world. With every action, you reinforce the belief that you can. It's a statement to yourself. I am capable. I am ready. I am in control. For Felton, it wasn't just about making plans for his career after the layoff, it was about taking action that aligned with his deeper desires. He wrote down ideas during his breaks, researched opportunities in growing industries, and believed in his ability to create his future. It wasn't the size of his first steps that mattered, it was the fact that he took them at all, and from that action, resources began to appear. Breaking through resistance. Resistance is a natural part of any new beginning. It's the force that tries to keep you in your comfort zone, where things are familiar and safe, but what we often forget is that the comfort zone is also where dreams go to die. No growth happens there, only stagnation. Resistance is like a wall, but walls can be climbed, broken, or even moved around. One of the greatest tools you have for breaking through resistance is consistency. The idea is simple: take a step every single day, no matter how small. The more you show up for your vision, the more resistance begins to dissolve. You prove to yourself, over and over, that you are willing to do what it takes. Think of the lessons you've already learned in your life. Each of them required a first step. Perhaps you learned how to play an instrument, or took on a challenging new job. Those first few days were daunting, but the more you showed up, the easier it became. Eventually, you didn't just survive, you thrived. That's the power of showing up consistently. You're building the habits that will carry you through the journey, regardless of what obstacles come your way. The greatest transformations happen not because we suddenly change who we are, but because we act in alignment with who we want to become. Taking the first step isn't just about movement, it's about transforming your identity. When you take action toward your goals, you stop being someone who dreams and start being someone who does. You shift your mindset from someday to now. By starting today, you start rewriting the story of who you are. Every single action you take reinforces a new belief. I am capable of growth. I am someone who takes action. I am powerful. Concrete actions to begin your journey. 1. Break down your vision. Choose a big goal you have in mind and break it down into the smallest possible actions. Write them down. 2. Take the first step. Today, choose one action, no matter how small, and commit to it. This could be a single email, a phone call, or a 10-minute brainstorming session. 3. Establish a schedule. Build consistency. Set aside a small portion of time every day to work towards your goal, no matter how small the progress may seem. Remember, the first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most powerful. It is what separates the dreamers from the doers, and it is where your superhuman potential begins to awaken. You've taken your first step. Now, how do you ensure progress continues to build momentum and doesn't lose steam? In the next chapter, we'll explore the many ways you can define success on your own terms, ensuring that every step you take brings you closer to a fulfilling, authentic life. Chapter 2. Define your success. Success is not one size fits all. What does it mean to you? We live in a world that often tries to tell us what success should look like. We see the images of the glamorous cars, the million-dollar homes, and the social media posts highlighting exotic vacations. We're taught to believe that success is about fame, wealth, and public admiration. But is that the real measure of fulfillment? What if success for you looks completely different from what society tells you it should be? What if success is about creating a life that makes you feel alive, even if it doesn't make the front page? In this chapter, we are going to redefine success, not by the standards of the world, but by the standards that are true to you. True success is deeply personal. It cannot be confined to the narrow definitions dictated by culture or the people around you. The sooner you start defining success in your own terms, the sooner you can start living a life that feels meaningful, authentic, and satisfying. The myth of one-size-fits-all success. The modern world's definition of success is dangerously limited. It places value on the external money, power, and status, often overlooking the inner sense of fulfillment that is much more important. This narrow view pressures people into pursuing goals that don't resonate with their true selves. They might achieve these things, only to find themselves feeling empty and wondering, was this really what I wanted? Felton, from the last chapter, found himself in a similar place. He was working long hours at the factory, and even though his job paid the bills, it wasn't fulfilling. He had talents and ideas that were collecting dust because he had fallen into the trap of believing that real success was just about job stability and following the expectations set by others. But Felton made a decision that changed his life. He chose to redefine what success meant for him. Instead of viewing himself as someone trapped in a mundane job, he started seeing himself as a creator, someone capable of bringing value to the world in unique ways. His definition of success shifted from having a job that pays well to creating something of his own that allows him to use his creativity and support his family. The first step towards true fulfillment is understanding that success is subjective. Success might mean financial independence, but it could also mean deep, meaningful relationships, creative freedom, spiritual peace, or simply living with integrity. It could mean contributing to your community, raising children who are kind and thoughtful, or creating art that brings beauty into the world. Your version of success should be as unique as you are. Creating your own definition. To define success on your terms, you must begin by getting clear on what truly matters to you. Take a moment to consider, what brings you joy? When do you feel the most alive? When are you the proudest of yourself? Reflecting on these questions helps you unearth what genuinely fulfills you, beyond the surface-level markers of achievement. Imagine your ideal day. What are you doing? Who are you with? Are you creating something? Are you leading a team? Are you spending time in nature, practicing a craft, or helping others? This ideal day is a good indicator of the kind of life that aligns with your own sense of success. The essence of success lies in harmony, in feeling aligned with your values, your passions, and the impact you wish to create. When we pursue a version of success that is aligned with who we truly are, we feel energized, inspired, and capable of enduring the inevitable challenges along the way. By contrast, when we chase after someone else's version of success, we find ourselves exhausted, unfulfilled, and always wanting more, never satisfied with what we have. Consider the case of Gian, who had a beautiful voice and a passion for singing. For a long time, she believed that success would only come when she reached a certain level of fame. She was chasing an external image, one that others would admire. But the constant pursuit of this narrow definition left her feeling anxious and disconnected from her love of music. It wasn't until she redefined success as simply making music that touches people's hearts, regardless of fame, that she found fulfillment. This new definition gave her the freedom to perform authentically, and ironically, it was that authenticity that finally brought her the recognition she had always desired. Grab a notebook or open a new document. Write down your own definition of success. Forget what anyone else might think. What does an ideal, fulfilling life look like for you? Be specific. Your definition may include elements like financial stability, creative fulfillment, freedom, health, relationships, spiritual growth, or community impact. The more specific you are, the more clarity you'll have on what truly matters to you. Breaking free from societal expectations. Societal expectations are often the biggest obstacle when it comes to defining our own version of success. We all feel the pressure to conform, to fit in with what others are doing or what they believe is best for us. But here's the truth: no one else can live your life, and no one else knows what truly brings you joy. You have to ignore the noise and listen to your own inner voice. The desire to conform can come from fear. We fear being judged. We fear failing at something unconventional and being labeled a failure. We fear standing out. But conformity is a powerful force that keeps people stuck, preventing them from embracing their unique potential. It's the brave few who dare to chart their own path, who discover the depths of their abilities and create extraordinary lives. Take a moment and think about the standards you are trying to live up to. Are they truly yours, or are they inherited from family, friends, society, or even social media? One of the biggest realizations you can make is that many of the expectations you feel have nothing to do with your own desires. They've been placed upon you, and it's up to you to decide whether they're worth keeping or not. The next time you find yourself comparing your progress to someone else's, remember, you are not in a race with anyone but yourself. True success is not about outperforming others. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, in alignment with your values and vision. Once you begin living this truth, the opinions of others lose their power over you. Setting meaningful success markers. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a daily practice of aligning your actions with your own values and priorities. Rather than setting success markers based on external milestones, like a job title, income level, or social status, focus on internal markers that reflect your growth and happiness. Meaningful success markers might include progress in your creative passions. Did you spend time today writing, painting, designing, or working on something that matters to you? Quality of relationships. Are you nurturing meaningful connections? Are you being present for the people you love? Living in alignment. Are your actions today consistent with your core values? Did you make choices that reflect your priorities? It's important to recognize that success is not linear, and it doesn't always look impressive from the outside. Some of the most profound successes are small and personal, moments of growth that only you know about. Success could be facing a fear, expressing vulnerability, or taking a break to care for yourself when you need it. These are the moments that add up to a truly fulfilling life. The freedom of defining your own success. Once you define success on your own terms, a remarkable thing happens: you find freedom. You stop chasing things that don't matter to you. You stop comparing your life to someone else's highlight reel. You begin to live authentically, finding joy and fulfillment in the process, rather than endlessly striving for a distant endpoint. Imagine waking up every day and feeling like your life aligns with your purpose. Imagine the satisfaction that comes from knowing that you are not living someone else's dream, but are on a path that brings you true joy and meaning. This kind of fulfillment is what makes every effort worthwhile. It transforms challenges into meaningful lessons, and it makes even the smallest victories deeply satisfying. In Felton's case, he didn't need anyone else's validation to know he was successful. He knew that by taking control of his career, by turning his ideas into reality, he was creating a life he was proud of. That was success for him, being in control of his destiny, providing for his family, and contributing to the world in a meaningful way. No amount of societal pressure could undermine the fulfillment he felt from staying true to his vision. Let's take another step forward. Today, define what success means to you. Forget about what anyone else has told you. Reflect on the following questions and write down your thoughts. What are the most important things in your life? What makes you feel truly alive and fulfilled? When do you feel proud of yourself? Once you have your answers, commit to living in alignment with them. Place this definition somewhere you'll see it regularly. Let it be a constant reminder that your journey is unique, and that your success will look different from anyone else's. Now that you've defined your own success, it's time to build the momentum to achieve it. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of progress, how taking consistent steps, no matter how small, unleashes the creative forces within you to achieve greatness. Chapter 3. Progress unleashes creative forces. How does movement spark creativity? Have you ever felt like your mind was stuck in a rut, struggling to find new ideas or solutions? Like no matter how hard you tried, you just couldn't get your creativity flowing? There's a secret to unlocking creativity that many people overlook. Action leads to inspiration, not the other way around. Progress, no matter how small, is a powerful force that can ignite creativity, opening doors to ideas, solutions, and possibilities that were previously hidden. Many people wait for inspiration before they begin, thinking they need to feel ready or have everything figured out before they take action. But what if I told you that it's the act of moving forward, taking a single step, that brings clarity, insight, and creativity? What if creativity isn't something you need to wait for, but something that unfolds as you make progress? This chapter is about the simple yet transformative power of movement. Progress generates creativity, not the other way around. When you take action, even when you're uncertain, you activate your creative forces. You invite new ideas, and those ideas create momentum that brings even more inspiration. Let's dive into how progress acts as the ultimate key to unlock your superhuman potential. The power of taking small steps. Think about a time in your life when you felt inspired. Maybe it was a moment when you were working on a project, and suddenly everything started clicking. Ideas began to flow, and the pieces came together almost effortlessly. What you might not have realized is that this creativity didn't appear out of nowhere. It was triggered by your initial efforts, by the small steps you took that built momentum. Often, when we feel stuck, it's not because we lack the capacity to create or solve problems, it's because we aren't moving. Motion is the antidote to stagnation. The first step doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be taken. When we start moving, we start seeing things differently. Our minds shift from analyzing and overthinking to creating and engaging with possibilities. The simple act of progress unleashes the creative forces within us. Consider Felton again. He didn't wait to have the perfect business plan before he started brainstorming. He didn't know where his ideas would lead or whether they would succeed. But he knew that doing nothing would lead nowhere. He started by jotting down thoughts and exploring industries that piqued his interest. Those small actions led to more ideas, more clarity, and eventually a clear path forward. The creativity came after he started, not before. Identify an area in your life where you feel stuck. Instead of waiting for the perfect solution to appear, commit to taking one small step forward today. Don't overthink it, just do it. Whether it's drafting an outline, making a call, or brainstorming ideas, that step will get the creative energy flowing. Why progress fuels creativity. The relationship between progress and creativity is one of the most powerful forces in human achievement. When you take action, you do several things simultaneously. You overcome mental resistance. Every time you take action, you diminish the power of the inner critic, the voice that tells you to wait, or that you're not ready. When you prove to yourself that you can move forward despite uncertainty, you strengthen your creative confidence. Action changes your perspective. Moving from thought to action shifts your mind from the realm of what could go wrong to the realm of what is possible. This shift in mindset is crucial for creativity because creativity flourishes in a space of possibility. You discover unseen connections. Progress helps you see connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. When you take steps, you learn through doing, and this learning sparks new ideas. It's like a spider web. The more threads you weave, the stronger and wider your web becomes. Imagine an artist looking at a blank canvas. The blankness is daunting, full of pressure and expectation. But when the artist picks up the brush and makes the first stroke, the fear begins to fade. That first stroke invites the next, and then the next. Soon, the once daunting blank canvas is full of vibrant colors, textures, and life. The act of beginning is what allows creativity to flourish. The same principle applies whether you're writing a book, starting a business, or even trying to solve a complex problem at work. Creativity loves movement. When you start creating, even if it's not perfect, you create the conditions for better ideas to come forth. The key is not to wait but to begin. The myth of waiting for inspiration. A common misconception is that creativity requires inspiration before it can be activated. We see stories about great artists, musicians, or innovators who had lightbulb moments of inspiration, and we believe that's what we need to create. But the truth is, Even those seemingly magical moments of insight usually happen after a long period of progress and experimentation. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest minds in history, didn't wait for inspiration to paint or invent. He constantly worked, explored, and took notes. His creativity was the result of consistent movement and exploration. The same can be said for writers like Ernest Hemingway or business leaders like Elon Musk. They didn't wait for the perfect moment to create. They started, they moved, and they let creativity follow. There's something incredibly liberating about embracing uncertainty and moving forward anyway. When you take action without needing to have everything figured out, you free yourself from the fear of failure. You accept that the journey will be full of surprises, and you allow yourself to learn and adapt along the way. Progress is rarely a straight line. It's messy, full of twists and turns, unexpected obstacles, and unexpected opportunities. But the only way to discover what's around the next bend is to keep moving. Creativity flourishes in uncertainty, because uncertainty means there is space for something new to emerge. Consider Jian from the previous chapter, preparing for her big concert. She could have let the fear of an uncertain audience response paralyze her. Instead, she embraced the uncertainty and allowed her passion to lead the way. The act of simply moving forward, practicing, performing, and sharing her art sparked her creativity and authenticity, which ultimately resonated with her audience. Progress breeds momentum. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces you can create in your life. When you take small steps consistently, they start to add up. A boulder that once seemed immovable starts to roll. It might be slow at first, but with consistent pushes, it gains speed and becomes nearly unstoppable. In practical terms, momentum might look like this. If your goal is to write a book, write 1 page every day. After a month, you have 30 pages. The simple act of writing consistently will create ideas that you wouldn't have thought of otherwise. If you want to learn a new skill, dedicate 10 minutes every day to practicing it. You'll be amazed at the progress you make after just a few weeks. Take one action towards your goal. Break down your big goals into small, actionable steps, and take one action every day. Each action creates momentum, and that momentum leads to creativity, problem-solving, and progress. The best part about momentum is that it creates its own energy. The more you move, the more motivated you become, and the easier it is to keep going. The first few steps might be hard, but once you get the ball rolling, you begin to see the results of your efforts, which fuels your desire to keep pushing forward. This chapter is about more than just understanding progress. It's about harnessing it to unlock your creativity and potential. Today, commit to building momentum. Identify one thing you can do that moves you forward. Remember, it doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be a step. Start, and watch as your progress opens doors to creativity and opportunity. Here's a simple exercise to get you started. 1. Identify your goal. Write down one goal that matters to you. 2. Break it into small actions. List 3 small actions you could take to move towards that goal. 3. Take the first action. Right now, take the first step. Don't wait for inspiration, let your action bring the inspiration. You've started building momentum, and creativity is beginning to flow. In the next chapter, we will explore how to visualize your goals and bring them into reality, how the power of imagination can turn your dreams into something tangible and real. Chapter 4. The Power of Visualization. Imagine living your ideal life. What does it look like? The power to shape your reality lies in your imagination. Throughout history, every great achievement began as an idea, a vision in someone's mind before it took form in the physical world. The ability to visualize your goals and bring them into your reality is a skill that can be cultivated, and in this chapter, we're going to learn how to harness that power. The act of visualization is more than just wishful thinking or daydreaming. It's a strategic tool that taps into the creative potential of your mind and aligns your actions with your desires. When you visualize your goals, you create a blueprint for your brain, preparing it for success. The more vividly and consistently you envision your future, the more likely it is to become your reality. Let's explore the steps and techniques that make visualization such a powerful practice, and how you can use it to bring your dreams into focus. Visualization is not just a motivational concept, it's backed by science. When you visualize an action, your brain activates the same neural pathways that it would if you were actually performing that action. This means that your brain can't tell much difference between vividly imagining something and experiencing it in reality. Athletes have used visualization techniques for decades to improve their performance. Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps, for instance, would mentally rehearse every detail of his race before stepping into the pool, from the way his muscles would feel in the water to how he'd handle any challenges during the competition. This type of mental rehearsal primes the brain, preparing it for action and enhancing the chances of success. The same principle can be applied to any goal, whether it's acing an interview, launching a new project, or cultivating a better relationship. When you visualize your success, you train your mind to recognize opportunities and solutions that align with your goals. Your thoughts shape your reality, and the clearer your mental image, the easier it becomes for you to take the necessary actions. Today, take 5 minutes to sit quietly and visualize your ideal future. Imagine the details, how you feel, what you see, what you're doing. Let your mind construct this scene as vividly as possible, and focus on the feelings it generates. How to visualize effectively. Effective visualization is more than closing your eyes and imagining an outcome. To create a powerful vision that translates into reality, you need to immerse yourself fully in the experience. Here are some key steps to take. 1. Create a clear, detailed picture. Clarity is power. The more specific you can be, the more effective your visualization will be. If your goal is to start a business, don't just visualize owning a successful company. See yourself working with a team, making strategic decisions, interacting with customers, and celebrating milestones. Include every detail you can: the look of the office, the sounds of your environment, the people around you. 2. Engage all of your senses. Your brain responds more effectively to multisensory experiences. To strengthen your visualization, include elements of sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. For instance, if you're visualizing a public speaking event, imagine the bright lights of the stage, the sound of the audience, the feel of the microphone in your hand, and even the sensation of calm confidence in your chest. 3. Feel the emotions. Emotions are a crucial element of effective visualization. How will you feel once you achieve your goal? Will it be joy, fulfillment, relief, or pride? Feel those emotions in your body as you visualize. This emotional connection serves as a powerful motivator, pushing you to take the necessary steps in reality. 4. Practice regularly. Like any skill, visualization needs practice. Set aside a few minutes every day to focus on your vision. The more you practice, the clearer and more tangible your vision becomes. This daily practice keeps your goals top of mind and continuously aligns your actions with your desires. Felton used visualization as a powerful tool in his transformation. After deciding to leave the factory life behind, he started envisioning his new future. Every day, during his breaks, he took a moment to picture himself working in his own space, solving creative challenges, and providing for his family in a meaningful way. It was these mental rehearsals that gave him the confidence to take concrete steps towards making that vision a reality. The role of belief in visualization. Visualization only works if you genuinely believe in the possibility of your vision. You can imagine success every day, but if you hold deep doubts about whether it's possible, you create a block that prevents you from achieving it. This is why it's so important to work on your beliefs, as well as your vision. Self-doubt can act as an invisible barrier, stopping you from taking action because you don't feel worthy or capable. This is where affirmations come in. Affirmations are positive statements that help you shift your mindset and replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. To support your visualization practice, create a few affirmations that resonate with your vision and repeat them daily. For example, if your vision is to start a business, an affirmation could be: I have the skills, passion, and determination to create a successful business that brings value to others. Pairing your visualization with positive affirmations creates a powerful mental and emotional environment that fosters success. Write down 3 affirmations that align with your vision. Each morning and night, spend a few moments repeating these affirmations and visualizing your future. Let the feeling of success wash over you. Visualization in daily life. One of the great things about visualization is that you don't need to reserve it for grand, long-term goals. You can use it in everyday situations to improve your performance, manage your emotions, and prepare for challenges. Here's how. 1. Daily preparation. Before an important meeting, presentation, or event, visualize yourself succeeding. Imagine feeling calm, confident, and in control. See yourself handling any challenges that arise smoothly. This prepares your brain to perform at its best when the time comes. 2. Problem solving. When faced with a challenge, use visualization to mentally explore different solutions. Imagine yourself solving the problem, and picture different approaches until you find one that feels right. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse potential outcomes without the stress of real-world consequences. 3. Managing emotions. Visualization can also help you manage stress and anxiety. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a few minutes to visualize a peaceful scene, a place where you feel safe, relaxed, and happy. Imagine the details vividly and focus on the emotions of calmness and security. This helps reset your emotional state and brings clarity to your thoughts. Visualize as if it's already real. A powerful technique in visualization is to imagine as if your goal has already been achieved. Instead of seeing your success as something in the distant future, picture it as if it's happening now. Imagine yourself already living that life and step into that version of you. How do you walk, talk, and think? How do you make decisions? This approach helps you become the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals. John, for example, visualized her success as if it were already real. Before her sold-out concert, she imagined herself walking onto that stage, feeling the energy of the audience, and singing with passion. She didn't just imagine what it might feel like, she let herself fully embody the success she was about to create. That level of visualization brought authenticity to her performance, and that authenticity deeply resonated with her audience. Visualization is the bridge between your dreams and your actions. It's the practice of seeing the potential and aligning your energy and efforts with that vision. But visualization alone is not enough, you need to pair it with action. Once you have your vision, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today to make this vision a reality? Visualization gives you clarity and motivation, but action turns dreams into tangible outcomes. If you visualize becoming a better public speaker, the next step is to sign up for a public speaking course. If you visualize becoming healthier, take the first step today by preparing a nutritious meal or going for a walk. Visualization sets the direction, and action is what propels you forward. Today, take your visualization a step further. Spend 10 minutes visualizing your ideal future in detail. Then, write down one specific action you can take today to bring that vision closer to reality. Make it small and achievable, something that aligns with the picture in your mind. Remember, visualization gives you clarity, but it's the action that creates the momentum you need to succeed. You've created a vivid picture of the life you want, and now it's time to make those visions real through deliberate action. In the next chapter, we will explore the concept of acting as ifs, how embodying your future self can accelerate your progress and turn your dreams into reality. Chapter 5. Act as if. Harnessing internal strength. What if you already were the person you aspire to be? Imagine if, starting today, you began to act as if you were already living your dream life. Imagine how your behavior, your confidence, and your outlook on life would shift if you stepped into the role you've always aspired to achieve. The principle of acting as if is one of the most powerful ways to align your present actions with your future goals, and in this chapter, we're going to learn how to harness this approach to unlock your superhuman potential. When you act as if, you send a powerful message to yourself and to the world. You are no longer waiting to become someone different, you are already living as that person, even if you're just starting out. This doesn't mean pretending to be something you're not, it means cultivating the habits, attitudes, and actions that align with your highest vision. Acting as if bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The concept of acting as if is rooted in psychology and human behavior. When you adopt the mindset, behaviors, and actions of someone who has already achieved your goals, you start to rewire your brain. You begin to create the conditions necessary for success, not only in your thoughts but in your behavior and attitude. Our brains are wired to respond to our actions. When you behave confidently, even if you don't fully feel confident yet, your brain begins to adapt to that behavior. You start building neural pathways that associate you with confidence. The more you act confidently, the more you genuinely feel it. Over time, this practice transforms your identity. Consider how athletes behave during their training. They don't just train their bodies, they also train their minds to believe they are champions. They act like winners, they walk like winners, and they adopt a winning mindset long before they actually take home a trophy. By doing so, They set the mental stage for their future victories. The principle of acting as if helps you move from a mindset of someday I will be to I already am. This shift in mindset is crucial for bridging the gap between dream and reality. It removes the barrier of waiting for something external to change before you take action. You no longer need permission, perfect circumstances, or even all the answers to start becoming the person you want to be. The key to acting as if is to embody the qualities of the person you want to become. This involves thinking about who that person is in every aspect of their life, their daily routines, their mindset, their actions, their choices. Let's say your goal is to become a successful entrepreneur. To act as if you already are one, consider the behaviors of successful entrepreneurs. How do they manage their time? How do they approach challenges? What kind of routines do they follow? If you want to become an entrepreneur, start by structuring your day as one would. Wake up early to plan your goals, take decisive actions, develop a growth mindset, and spend time learning about your industry. The actions don't need to be perfect, but they need to be consistent. By adopting these behaviors, you are telling yourself and your brain that this is who you are now. This is the life you are already living. As you keep embodying these qualities, the external reality begins to align with your internal beliefs and behaviors. Jian applied this principle when preparing for her performances. Even before she was a household name, she acted as if she already was the performer she aspired to be. She carried herself with poise, spoke with confidence, and visualized her success as if it were already true. By doing so, she was not only convincing others, she was convincing herself. The confidence and authenticity she developed through this practice made her performances powerful and transformative. One of the most critical aspects of acting as if is making sure your actions align with your intentions. You can have the most vivid visualization of success, but if your daily habits and actions don't support that vision, progress becomes incredibly difficult. Your actions are the physical manifestation of your beliefs. For example, if your goal is to become physically fit and healthy, acting as if means adopting the lifestyle of a healthy person. This doesn't mean waiting until you've reached your fitness goals to feel confident. Instead, you begin making choices as someone who is already fit. You start eating healthier, exercising regularly, and focusing on your well-being. The more you align your actions with the belief that you are already healthy, the closer you bring your vision to reality. Write down one goal you want to achieve. Then, identify 3 behaviors or actions you can take today that reflect the version of yourself who has already achieved that goal. For example, if your goal is to become a writer, commit to writing every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. If your goal is to be more confident in social situations, start by acting confidently, make eye contact, speak clearly, and smile. If your goal is to start a business, act like an entrepreneur, start networking, draft your business plan, and begin learning about your industry. Overcoming imposter syndrome. One of the biggest challenges people face when acting as if is dealing with imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is the feeling that you're pretending to be something you're not, and that eventually others will find you out. It's the belief that you aren't qualified, capable, or worthy of your goals, despite evidence to the contrary. To overcome imposter syndrome, it's crucial to understand that everyone feels like an imposter at times. Even the most successful people have moments of doubt. The key is to push forward regardless of those feelings. Acting as if is not about deception or pretending to be something false. It's about stepping into the truth of who you are becoming. Remind yourself that your goals are valid and your dreams are achievable. The very act of taking steps toward them, even if you don't have it all figured out yet, is what makes you deserving. Embrace the discomfort and uncertainty as part of the growth process. Felton faced imposter syndrome when he started envisioning his transition from factory worker to entrepreneur. He doubted whether he was capable, whether he knew enough, or whether people would take him seriously. But Felton chose to act as if he already belonged in the business world. He began attending seminars, networking with professionals, and speaking confidently about his ideas. He may not have felt entirely ready, but by acting as if, he began to change how he saw himself, and eventually, how others saw him too. Daily practices for acting as if. 1. Dress the part. How would you dress if you were already living your vision? Clothes may seem superficial, but they have a profound effect on our mindset. When you dress in a way that aligns with your aspirations, you carry yourself differently. Whether it's professional attire for an entrepreneur or comfortable, active clothing for someone focused on fitness, Wear what helps you feel aligned with your vision. 2. Speak with intention. Pay attention to how you speak about yourself and your goals. Are you saying things like, I hope to become, or maybe one day I'll? Replace these phrases with confident affirmations. I am becoming, I am capable, I am taking action. Your words shape your reality, and when you speak with certainty, you reinforce your belief in yourself. 3. Create rituals that reflect your future self. If your future self meditates every morning, start doing that now. If your future self reads a book a month, pick up a book today. These rituals don't need to be massive changes, they can be small, meaningful actions that keep you aligned with who you want to become. 4. Act in alignment despite challenges. It's easy to act as if when things are going smoothly, but the real power lies in maintaining this mindset in the face of challenges. When setbacks happen, ask yourself, how would the person I aspire to be handle this? Respond from that place of power, not from fear or doubt. Acting as if transforms your identity. Your identity is shaped by what you believe about yourself and the actions you take consistently. When you start acting as if, you are consciously choosing to shape a new identity, one that is aligned with your highest potential. You're no longer waiting for circumstances to validate your desires, you are becoming the person who creates those circumstances. When Jian stood on that stage and performed as if she was already a global icon, she wasn't deceiving herself, she was tapping into the strength, authenticity, and confidence that were already within her. The audience didn't just see a singer, they saw someone embodying her truth. This is why her performance was so powerful and resonant. When you step into the role of who you want to become, you do more than adjust your actions, you transform your energy. You project a message to the universe that you are prepared, that you have what it takes, and that you are deserving of the success you seek, and the world, in turn, aligns itself to meet that energy. Step into your vision today. It's time to step into your future self. Today, identify one situation where you can act as if. Whether it's walking into a meeting with the confidence of an expert, tackling a task with the mindset of a business owner, or simply carrying yourself with more pride, act as if you are already living your vision. Take note of how it feels. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, you are not pretending, you are revealing what has been within you all along. You are becoming who you are destined to be, one action at a time. Now that you've begun to act as if, it's time to unlock the next layer of your superhuman potential, radiating positivity from within. In the next chapter, we'll explore the transformative power of smiling with your heart and connecting authentically with others. Chapter 6. Smile with your eyes, smile with your heart. Did you know your smile can change the world, starting with yours? There is something profoundly powerful about a genuine smile. It's a universal gesture that transcends language, culture, and age. When we smile with sincerity, it reflects an inner state of peace, joy, and confidence. A true smile is not just about the movement of facial muscles, it comes from within, from the heart. In this chapter, we explore how smiling with your eyes, your heart, and your entire being can not only transform your internal world but also positively affect everyone around you. The power of a smile is often underestimated. Smiling is more than an expression, it's an invitation, a connection, and a transformative energy. A genuine smile has the power to uplift, to heal, and to foster a sense of unity in even the most challenging circumstances. Smiling is an act of vulnerability and strength. When you smile with your eyes and heart, you invite others to do the same, to share in a sense of connection and common humanity. Let's explore why smiling is such a profound act, how it can transform not only your mood but also your reality, and how you can harness its power to become a radiant, positive force in the world. The science behind smiling. A genuine smile is known as a Duchenne smile, a smile that involves the muscles around the eyes as well as the mouth. It's the kind of smile that lights up your entire face, creating an expression of warmth and authenticity that people can instantly recognize. When you smile, your body releases endorphins and serotonin, which are natural chemicals that promote happiness and reduce stress. This means that simply by smiling, you can change your internal chemistry, making yourself feel better, even in challenging situations. But the effects of smiling go far beyond your own internal world. Smiles are contagious. When you smile at someone, their brain often responds by mirroring that expression. This is due to mirror neurons, special cells in the brain that reflect the emotional state of others. By smiling, you trigger the mirror neurons in others, causing them to smile as well, and thereby uplift their mood too. In this way, smiling becomes a chain reaction of positivity, rippling out into the world. Think back to a time when someone smiled at you, a warm, genuine smile that seemed to convey understanding, kindness, or joy. How did it make you feel? A genuine smile carries an energy that words often can't convey. It speaks directly to the heart, creating a sense of comfort, trust, and goodwill. Today, smile at 3 people, whether they're strangers, co-workers, or family members. Notice how they respond. Do they smile back? Pay attention to how this small act affects your own mood and sense of connection. To smile from the heart is to live with a sense of openness and compassion. It requires you to be present and authentic. A smile that comes from the heart is not forced, it's genuine. It reflects your willingness to embrace the moment, even if the moment is imperfect. This kind of smile comes from the understanding that life is beautiful not because it is perfect, but because it is real. When you smile genuinely, you connect with yourself on a deeper level. It's a declaration that you are here, that you are capable of experiencing joy, and that you are willing to share that joy with others. Smiling is an act of courage, especially in times of uncertainty or difficulty. It doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is okay, rather, it means embracing those challenges with an open heart and choosing to focus on the positive possibilities. Jian, for instance, embraced this practice before every performance. She made it a ritual to pause, take a deep breath, and smile with her heart. She imagined the energy of her smile radiating outwards, reaching her audience even before she stepped onto the stage. This simple yet powerful gesture helped her center herself and connect authentically with those who came to see her perform. Her smile was not just an expression, it was an offering, a way to connect, to heal, and to inspire. The eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and for good reason. When you make eye contact with someone, you create a powerful connection. When you add a genuine smile to that eye contact, you communicate trust, warmth, and acceptance. Smiling with your eyes is about letting your emotions shine through, allowing yourself to be seen and to see others with compassion. A smile that only involves the mouth often feels forced or insincere, but a smile that reaches the eyes is genuine. It shows that you are present in the moment and genuinely connecting. When you smile with your eyes, you invite others to be vulnerable, to feel seen, and to open up in return. Stand in front of a mirror and smile at yourself. Not just with your mouth, but with your eyes. Notice how different it feels when your eyes are involved, when you allow yourself to feel joy or compassion as you smile. This might feel awkward at first, but over time it becomes a powerful practice of self-acceptance. Throughout your day, when interacting with others, practice making gentle eye contact and smiling. Hold the eye contact for a beat longer than usual, and notice the effect it has on both you and the person you are interacting with. Smiling is an act of giving. It's a small but significant way to spread positivity, to uplift those around you, and to create a more connected world. A single smile has the power to change someone's day. It can bring comfort to someone feeling down, courage to someone feeling scared, and warmth to someone feeling lonely. Felton experienced the power of smiling during one of the most challenging transitions of his life. As he faced uncertainty about his future, he made a choice to smile at his coworkers, his family, and even strangers. His smile became a source of strength, not only for himself but for those around him. Even when he didn't feel confident, he chose to smile, to embody the belief that things would work out. And that belief, reflected through his smile, became infectious. His colleagues found comfort in his presence, and his family drew hope from his courage. In choosing to smile, Felton created an atmosphere of possibility, resilience, and support. The ripple effect of a smile is often invisible, but its impact is profound. By smiling, you contribute to a world that is kinder, more compassionate, and more connected. Every smile is an offering, a gift that costs nothing but has immeasurable value. Reflect on a challenging situation in your life. Next time you face it, make a conscious effort to smile through it, not a forced smile, but one that comes from your belief in your own strength and resilience. Notice how it changes your perception of the situation. A genuine smile can only come from a place of authenticity. It's important to remember that smiling should never be used to mask your true emotions, or to pretend that everything is fine when it's not. A genuine smile is about embracing life fully, the highs and the lows, and choosing to find moments of joy even amidst challenges. When you smile authentically, you are not ignoring your struggles, you are recognizing that you have the power to find light within those struggles. Authenticity is what makes a smile powerful. It's what makes people feel seen and understood. If you are having a difficult day, it's okay to be honest about that. A smile can still come from a place of acceptance, from the decision to move forward with hope and courage. Jian's smile on stage wasn't always born from pure joy. Sometimes it was born from vulnerability, from fear, or from uncertainty. But it was always genuine. It was always an expression of her willingness to share her truth with her audience, and that's what made her performances so impactful. Authenticity is what gives your smile the power to truly connect with others. Imagine a world where more people chose to smile, not out of obligation, but out of genuine connection, empathy, and compassion. Imagine the impact it could have on workplaces, families, and communities. The simple act of smiling has the power to transform not only your mood but the emotional climate of any space you walk into. Smiling is a powerful way to lead by example. When you smile, you give others permission to do the same. You create a safe space for others to open up, to relax, and to connect. Your smile can turn a tense situation into a calm one, transform a stranger into a friend, and uplift someone's spirits when they need it most. In this way, smiling becomes an act of leadership, a quiet, profound way to influence the world around you. Consider Felton again, facing uncertainty with his work. He chose to smile, not because everything was perfect, but because he believed in his ability to handle whatever came his way. His smile was a reflection of his courage, and that courage inspired those around him. It helped his family feel safe, his coworkers feel supported, and it ultimately led to new opportunities that he might have missed had he closed himself off. Today, make it your mission to smile intentionally. Smile when you wake up in the morning. Smile when you face a challenge. Smile when you meet someone new. Let your smile be an expression of your belief in yourself and your capacity to bring light to the world. Let your smile be your guide. Let it lead you into each interaction, each challenge, and each opportunity. Make a commitment to smile authentically every day, not just for others but for yourself. Smiling is an affirmation of life. It's a reminder that you have the power to create positive energy, to connect, and to uplift. Next time you feel resistance or fear, smile. Not to ignore your emotions, but to embrace them and choose to move forward. Let your smile be a reflection of your strength, your compassion, and your willingness to share your light. Now that you understand the power of a genuine smile, it's time to build on this inner radiance to create an even greater transformation. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to generate an inner glow that radiates outward, influencing every aspect of your life. Chapter 7. Generate inner glow and radiate outer glow. Your energy speaks before you do. How do you make sure it speaks well? Imagine walking into a room and instantly filling it with a sense of warmth, positivity, and inspiration without saying a word. Your energy is powerful. It can uplift, calm, inspire, or, when unchecked, even drain the environment around you. Your inner glow is the energy that you carry with you everywhere you go. It is the reflection of how you feel about yourself, your beliefs, your inner peace, and the alignment you have with your true self. The concept of inner glow is often described in vague terms, but at its core, it is about cultivating an internal state of well-being that naturally radiates outward. When you have an inner glow, people notice. It's the type of energy that draws others to you, that makes you feel magnetic, and that makes challenges seem more surmountable. In this chapter, we'll explore how to generate this inner radiance by focusing on your internal state, so that you can radiate an energy that positively impacts every aspect of your life. What is inner glow? Inner glow is more than just physical health or appearance. It's the expression of your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It's the light that comes from being comfortable in your own skin, feeling gratitude for your life, and living authentically. It's the product of taking care of yourself on every level, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you cultivate inner glow, you become a beacon of positivity. This isn't about faking happiness or ignoring your challenges, it's about embracing every part of your journey with openness and grace. Inner glow begins with self-acceptance and a genuine appreciation for who you are. The first step to cultivating inner glow is making self-care a non-negotiable part of your life. Self-care is not just about taking a spa day or treating yourself to something nice, although those things can help. It's about giving yourself the attention and care you need to feel nourished and whole. Consider this: you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you are constantly exhausted, stressed, or overwhelmed, it becomes nearly impossible to radiate positivity. Self-care helps fill your cup so that you can share your energy with others without feeling drained. True self-care addresses multiple aspects of your well-being. 1. Physical care. Taking care of your body through exercise, nutrition, hydration, and rest. Your physical health plays a crucial role in how you feel, and subsequently, how you carry yourself. Exercise, for example, releases endorphins that elevate your mood and enhance your natural glow. 2. Emotional care. Being kind to yourself, allowing yourself to feel your emotions without judgment, and processing them in healthy ways. Emotional self-care includes practices like journaling, talking to a friend, or seeking therapy when needed. 3. Mental care. Feeding your mind with positive and uplifting content. Practicing mindfulness or meditation to quiet negative thoughts and create a space of calm in your mind. Remember, your thoughts have a powerful impact on your energy, and cultivating a positive inner dialogue is key. 4. Spiritual care. Connecting with a sense of purpose or something greater than yourself. This could be through meditation, prayer, time in nature, or practicing gratitude. Spiritual self-care helps you maintain a balanced perspective and find peace, even in challenging times. Choose one area of self-care to focus on this week. Set a goal, like exercising for 20 minutes every day, meditating for 10 minutes, or practicing gratitude each night. Notice how these small acts contribute to your sense of inner well-being, and, eventually, your outward glow. Inner glow flourishes when you live in a state of gratitude and presence. Gratitude is a practice that shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in your life. It changes your energy from one of need to one of appreciation, which in turn changes how you interact with the world. Gratitude creates inner peace, and that peace radiates outward. When you focus on the positives, on what you're thankful for, you naturally become more joyful, more open, and more magnetic. People are drawn to those who appreciate life, who see beauty in the small things, and who choose to celebrate each moment. Presence is another essential part of inner glow. Often, we spend our time worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. When we do this, we rob ourselves of the present moment, the only place where true joy exists. Cultivating presence means fully engaging with the current moment, whether it's enjoying a meal, listening to a friend, or taking in the beauty of a sunset. Presence creates an inner glow because it helps you truly experience the richness of life. Jan understood this power when she performed. Her inner glow wasn't just about her voice or talent, it was about the presence she brought to every performance. She was fully there, connecting with her audience, feeling every note, and appreciating every moment. That authenticity and gratitude for the present infused her with a radiance that her audience could feel. Practice gratitude by writing down 3 things you're grateful for every day. In addition, choose one daily activity to practice with full presence. Whether it's eating a meal or taking a walk, do it mindfully, appreciating each moment. Once you have cultivated inner glow through self-care, gratitude, and presence, the next step is to let that glow radiate outward into your interactions, your work, and your relationships. Radiating glow is about sharing the positivity you've cultivated. Here are some practical ways to do this. 1. Smile with intention. As discussed in the previous chapter, a smile is a simple yet powerful way to share your inner glow. When you smile from a place of genuine joy and warmth, it invites others to share in that positive energy. 2. Share positive energy. Speak positively, uplift those around you, and spread kindness whenever possible. Whether it's offering words of encouragement, listening intently to someone in need, or simply being kind in your interactions, these small gestures amplify your inner glow and create an impact far beyond what you can see. 3. Be a source of inspiration. Use your own journey to inspire others. Felton, for example, radiated his inner glow through his determination and courage. His decision to step away from the factory job and pursue his vision became a source of inspiration for his family and co-workers. People were drawn to his courage because they could see the inner glow of his determination and belief. Perform one random act of kindness each day. Something simple, like complimenting a stranger, helping a co-worker, or sending a kind message to a friend. Notice how these acts not only impact others but also contribute to your own sense of fulfillment and glow. Cultivating inner glow isn't just about enjoying the good times, it's about finding light even when life gets tough. Your true glow is tested during moments of difficulty, and this is when it matters the most. Challenges will come, but how you respond to them will determine your energy and the energy you share with others. The key to maintaining inner glow during difficult times is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep moving forward despite challenges. It's about holding on to your inner light when circumstances try to dim it. You build resilience by nurturing yourself, practicing gratitude, and staying true to your values. When Felton faced the uncertainty of losing his job, he didn't allow his circumstances to define him. He chose to nurture his inner glow, to maintain hope, and to take action despite his fears. His glow wasn't about ignoring reality, it was about facing it with strength and a positive mindset. This glow, even in the darkest times, is what ultimately led to new opportunities. When faced with a challenge, pause and take a moment to center yourself. Take deep breaths and focus on something you are grateful for. This simple practice helps you reconnect with your inner glow and approach challenges from a place of calm and strength. The beauty of cultivating an inner glow is that it becomes a gift not just to yourself but to everyone around you. When you generate this energy from within, you naturally become a light for others. You don't need to force it, your presence alone becomes uplifting. This is the power of true radiance. It's effortless, natural, and deeply impactful. Think of your glow as a light that you carry with you wherever you go. In your workplace, it's the energy that turns challenges into opportunities. In your relationships, it's the compassion and patience that create deeper connections. In your community, it's the generosity that inspires others to give. Your inner glow doesn't just serve you, it serves the world. Today, take time to cultivate your inner glow. Choose one self-care activity that nourishes you deeply. Practice gratitude and presence in everything you do, and share your glow with others through a small act of kindness. Remember, inner glow is not about perfection, it's about embracing yourself fully, taking care of yourself, and choosing to shine your light no matter what. Be the light that brightens someone else's day, and watch how the world responds. Every moment you spend cultivating and sharing your glow is a step towards a brighter, more connected world. With your inner glow radiating outward, it's time to focus on how to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. In the next chapter, we'll explore how fulfilling the subconscious needs of others can create deep and lasting connections, turning your glow into a source of true influence. Chapter 8. Become so amazing that people cannot doubt you. Imagine bringing your highest vision to life, so brilliantly that no one can doubt your greatness. In the course of this journey, you've learned how to harness the power of beginning, define success on your own terms, embrace progress, visualize your future, act as if you've already arrived, smile with authenticity, and cultivate an inner glow that radiates outward. Now it's time to bring everything together and become so amazing that no one can doubt you. This chapter is about stepping into your full potential, about embodying such excellence that your actions, your presence, and your contributions speak for themselves. It's not about seeking validation or proving others wrong, it's about expressing your true self so brilliantly and authentically that your achievements become undeniable. When you commit to greatness, you create a version of yourself that rises above self-doubt, one that naturally inspires others and leaves an imprint on the world. The journey towards becoming undeniable begins with recognizing that your greatness comes from within. No one else has your exact combination of experiences, skills, passions, and perspective. Your uniqueness is your superpower, and it's what will set you apart in everything you do. To become so amazing that no one can doubt you, you need to first embrace what makes you unique. Think of any iconic figure in history, artists, leaders, athletes, or innovators. The quality they all share is that they leaned fully into their own abilities, allowing themselves to excel in a way that was true to them. They weren't perfect, but they were committed to fully expressing their potential. They stopped worrying about fitting in and started focusing on standing out by being the best version of themselves. Write down the qualities, skills, and experiences that make you unique. Be honest, be proud, and embrace all aspects of who you are. Reflect on how each of these qualities contributes to the life you want to create. Remind yourself that your unique brilliance is the key to your undeniable greatness. Excellence doesn't happen by accident, it's the result of consistent dedication and practice. Becoming so amazing that people cannot doubt you requires a commitment to mastering your craft, whatever that may be. Mastery isn't about perfection, it's about the ongoing pursuit of growth. It's about becoming better every single day, even if it's just by a small margin. Consider the story of Felton. When he decided to leave his factory job, he knew he needed to become skilled in his new field. He didn't expect to be perfect immediately, but he was relentless in his pursuit of learning. He read, practiced, made mistakes, and then corrected them. Felton's commitment to his vision transformed him from someone who doubted his abilities to someone whose skills were undeniable. Mastery is built through consistent action. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress feels slow. Each step you take brings you closer to greatness. Each time you practice, you strengthen your skills, and each time you fail and learn from it, you grow stronger. Identify one skill that is crucial to your success. Commit to practicing that skill every day for the next 30 days. It doesn't need to be for hours on end, even 10 minutes of focused practice can create incredible progress over time. To become so amazing that people cannot doubt you, you must first refuse to doubt yourself. Self-doubt is one of the biggest obstacles to achieving greatness. It's the voice that tells you that you aren't ready, that you aren't good enough, that someone else could do it better. But that voice is not telling the truth, it's simply reflecting your fears. The most successful people in the world are not those who never doubted themselves, they are the ones who chose to keep moving forward despite their doubts. They understood that doubt is normal but chose not to give it power over their actions. They chose to believe in their potential, even when there was no visible evidence of their success. This is where the principle of acting as if becomes so powerful. When you act as if you are already the person you aspire to be, you train your mind to believe in your own capability. You begin to step into a place of confidence, and over time, that confidence becomes unshakable. Gian embodied this during her journey as a performer. There were times when she doubted whether her music was good enough, whether people would understand her message. But she chose to believe in herself, to perform as if she had already achieved her vision. Her belief was reflected in her stage presence, her voice, and her connection with her audience. Eventually, that belief became so powerful that no one could doubt her talent. Create an affirmation that reinforces your belief in yourself. Say it to yourself every day, especially when doubts arise. For example, I am capable, I am talented, and I am becoming the best version of myself every day. Let this affirmation guide your actions and build your confidence. Greatness is often the result of individual effort, but no one succeeds alone. The people you surround yourself with have a significant impact on your journey. If you want to become so amazing that people cannot doubt you, surround yourself with those who uplift, challenge, and support you. Seek out mentors, peers, and friends who believe in you, who inspire you to grow, and who hold you accountable. The energy of those around you will either propel you towards your goals or hold you back. Choose to be around people who are committed to their own growth and who encourage you in yours. If you're surrounded by negativity, or people who doubt your potential, it's crucial to create boundaries. You don't need to cut people out of your life completely, but you do need to be mindful of how their energy affects yours. Spend more time with those who help you shine and less with those who dim your light. Make a list of the people who inspire you, those who support your growth, and those who challenge you in a positive way. Identify ways to spend more time with these people, whether in person, through online communities, or even by consuming content from inspiring individuals. What sets amazing people apart is not that they are always extraordinary, but that they are consistently good. They show up every single day, regardless of how they feel, and they give their best effort. Consistency is your superpower. It's the thing that makes progress inevitable, even when the path is uncertain. You don't need to be at your best every day, you just need to show up. On the days when motivation runs low, rely on discipline. On the days when progress seems slow, remind yourself that even a small step is still movement in the right direction. Consistency turns effort into mastery, and mastery into greatness. Felton's journey to entrepreneurship wasn't about a single grand gesture. It was about the small, consistent actions he took every day to build his new reality. It was the late-night research, the early morning brainstorming, the continuous learning and adapting. Each of those small actions compounded over time, leading to a transformation that became undeniable. Choose a daily habit that will help you become amazing in your chosen field. It could be practicing a skill, reading, networking, or creating something. Whatever it is, commit to doing it every day for the next 3 months, and track your progress. Watch how consistency shapes your journey. Create value beyond yourself. True greatness comes from creating value that goes beyond yourself. It's about using your talents, skills, and passion to contribute to something greater, whether that's your community, your industry, your family, or the world at large. When you make a positive impact on others, your greatness becomes about more than just personal achievement. It becomes about creating a legacy. This doesn't mean you need to change the entire world. It can be as simple as sharing your skills to help others, mentoring someone who's just starting out, or contributing to a cause that you care about. When you focus on the value you bring to others, people begin to recognize your greatness not just for what you accomplish, but for how you uplift and inspire those around you. Jian's success wasn't just about her vocal talent. It was about the way she used her music to uplift, inspire, and heal. She created value that touched people's hearts, and that's what made her greatness undeniable. When you shift your focus from just achieving for yourself to also contributing to others, you expand your potential exponentially. Identify one way you can create value for others. It could be volunteering, mentoring, sharing your knowledge, or creating something that inspires people. Commit to taking action on this, and remember that the more you give, the more you grow. Step into your full greatness. Today, make the decision to fully commit to your greatness. Commit to your unique brilliance, to mastering your craft, to believing in yourself, to surrounding yourself with supportive people, and to showing up consistently. Most importantly, commit to creating value beyond yourself. To become so amazing that people cannot doubt you, you must first become so amazing that you cannot doubt yourself. You must recognize that you are worthy of your dreams, that you are capable of excellence, and that you have the power to create an extraordinary life. Your journey is your own, and the greatness you achieve is a reflection of your commitment to yourself and to the world. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, and every contribution you make brings you closer to the best version of yourself. You have reached the end of this transformative journey, but it's only the beginning of your story. Each lesson you've learned here is a tool to help you become the extraordinary version of yourself. Remember, greatness isn't a destination, it's a journey, a series of moments where you choose to shine, to grow, and to make an impact. The world is waiting for your light. Go and make your mark. Final words. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, I want to remind you of something incredibly important. You are the architect of your own life. Each page you have read, each exercise you have undertaken, and each insight you have gained has been a brick in the foundation of your greatness. This journey wasn't about changing who you are, it was about unveiling the extraordinary potential that has always been within you. The power to become so amazing that no one can doubt you is already yours. It lies in the way you begin, the way you define success, the way you progress, and the way you act and glow from the inside out. It's in the way you show up each day, even when it's challenging, and the way you choose to create value beyond yourself. Remember, this book is not the final destination. It's a blueprint, a map that you can return to, again and again, as you continue designing your future. The world needs what only you can offer, and I hope that through these pages, you have found the courage to take your place and shine as brightly as you were always meant to. You are ready. Now, go out and build a life that not only reflects your dreams but also inspires others to pursue theirs. With belief in your brilliance and in every step of your journey, take care and be well.